Now we'll proceed with step 1, that is row operation. As just now we discussed, in row operation, or as we have done in earlier problems, we are going to subtract that and write the table. In the problem, what the first element, the least element in first row is 8. 15 minus 8, 7, 12 minus 8, 4, and 10 minus 8, 2, then 8 minus 8, 0, 14 minus 8, 6. Then in second row, 9 is the least element, 9 minus 9, 0, 16 minus 9, 7, then 19 minus 9, 10, 19, then 13 minus 9, 4, and infinity minus anything is infinity. Similarly, in the third row, 10 is the least element, 13 minus 10, 3, 10 minus 10, 0, 15 minus 10, 5, then 17 minus 10, 7, 14 minus 10, 4. In the fifth element, fourth row, infinity minus anything is infinity. So here we have the least element is 16. 19 minus 16, we'll write 3 here. 16 minus 16, 0. 21 minus 16, 5. 18 minus 16, 2. Then 14. In the fifth row, 13 is the minus, 13 is the least value, 15 minus 13, 2, 13 minus 13, 0, so 16 minus 13, 3, 20 minus 13, 7, 14 minus 13, 1. So this is the row operation. After this we are going to perform this second operation. The second operation is nothing but column operation of second step. We will write down. Then after that we will start allocating the units to the job or worker. So this step 2 is nothing but column operation. In column operation, from the previous table, what we are going to do is we are going to, in the column operation, we subtract the elements, lowest element from each column. But as we know, if there is a 0 in any column, that is the lowest element, and we will write down the column as it is. In first column, we have 7, 0, 3, infinity, 2. So since 0 is there, same column will come down, and in next column also we have 0 element, so we will write down the same way. That means 4, 7, 0, 3, 0. And in third column also we have one 0 element, so we will write down that also as it is, 2, 10, 5, 0, 3. And then in fourth column also we have 0, so we will write down 0, 4, 7, 5, 7. And in the last column we have the least element as 1, so we will subtract 6 minus 1, 5, infinity minus 1, infinity, 4 minus 1, 3, 2 minus 1, 1, and 1 minus 1, 0. So once this table has come, then this is ready for allocation. Now as part of this only we will proceed with step 3, that is nothing but allocation of the jobs. So in allocation, as usual, we will check for single 0 rows. So in first row we will check there is 1 0, so we will mark it with a box, that is single 0. and we'll check for any zeros in the column. There are no zeros. So we will proceed to next row where we have single zero. So that also we'll mark it with a box. Then we'll see third row. There is also one box. Then fourth row we have only 1 0, so we'll mark that also with a square box. And if we see this, actually we have, when we were writing third row, we have marked that with a box where we had to strike off this 0. So we have to check for columns. Then this is allocation is done. Now we have only 1 0 here. So we are going to make allocation here. So the allocation is complete. Then we'll check which job has to be given to which person, and based on the given restriction only we have to calculate, because restriction has to be honored or that has to be followed without any exception. So we will see which worker has to be allocated which kind of operation and what is the time that it takes for each operation by the worker to whom it has been allocated. We will calculate this. So based on the assignment we will write. We have workers, worker 1, worker 2, worker 3, worker 4, worker 5. Say here for worker 1 pony is allotted and the time it takes is 8, and for worker 2 milling can be allotted which takes 9, and for worker 3 drilling, so it takes 10 minutes of time. For worker 4 the operation assigned is boring operation, that is 16, and for worker 5 the operation assigned is welding. So in this operation it takes 14. Now we'll see the total it takes is 57. So this is how we'll proceed with the restriction on assignment. That restriction on assignment need not be the same way. It may be in several ways. For example, there are multiple machines which are to be installed in the factory. So each machine occupies some space. There might be 5 machines available or 5 spaces, or maybe 8 machines are there, 8 spaces are there. So each machine takes certain amount of area. Not every machine can be accommodated in every space, because in certain times the machine may be bigger than the space available. That means any space which has lesser area than the machine size, that is a restriction on assignment, because that space constraint we cannot put that machine in that space. So such kind of things. So there might be several kinds of restrictions in real life in the organization context. So we have to take that into consideration and solve the problem.